Consider a database that has the relation schema EMP, employee ID, employee name, department name. An instance of the schema EMP and a SQL query on it are given below. This is the table EMP given here, and we have been given a query as well. Select average of ec.num from EC where department name num in. Select department name, count EMP ID as EC, department name num from EMP, group by department name. So we have been given this table and this query on it, and they are asking what the output would be. So if you take a look at this query, the query has two parts. One is an outer query and then there is an inner select query. So first we will find out what the inner query does. What the inner query does is select department name count of employee ID as department name num. The table return would have the name EC from employee from EMP, group by department name. So this is a query on EMP on which we do group by department name. Now if you look at the department name column, you can see that there are 5 different department names: AA, AB, AC, AD and AE, and this query will do group by department name on this, and it will return count of employee ID. If you see, all the employee IDs are distinct, so each one will add 1 to the count. So we can try to find out what the output would be. The output would have a schema like this: department name and then num will be count of employee IDs, that is the number of distinct employee ID associated with each department name. So for AA, if you see, there are 4, that is 1 2 3 4. AB has 3, that is 5 6 7. AC has 3, that is 8 9 10. AD has 2, that is 11 12, and AE has only 1, that is 13. So the inner query will be returning this, and this table we have named it as EC. That's given here. Now let's look at the outer query. What the outer query does is select average of ec.num from EC where department name comma num in this outer query. This outer query is EC only. So they are asking us ec.num, average of ec.num for all the rows in this table which is in EC. EC is this table only. So this part of the query wherein does actually nothing further. Each of the rows will be in this itself. So effectively the outer query, what it does would be, it will be returning the average of this column. That's the average of EC. Now the average is 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 5, as there are 5 rows. That is 13 by 5 equal to 2.6.